Well, this is an easy question to answer because I always knew what I wanted to be, and I was always sure that that's what I would end up doing. I wanted to be a clinical psychologist, a therapist, and I decided that fairly early, and I chose my college based on their psychology program, loved my classes, took a year off after college before applying to graduate school to become, to get my doctorate in clinical psychology, and had a complete change of heart and decided to explore my creative side at that point. And I went back to art school. I decided that I needed to just commit with my entire being to this new world that was unfolding and see what I was made of and see what it meant to me. And so I went over to Florence, and, leave it to Florence to convince you that you needed to commit your life and your energy to art and to beauty. I was freelancing with Pottery Barn Kids, which gave me a lot of exposure to the baby and kid world, enough exposure to realize, this doesn't speak to me. The aesthetic is not what I would want if I had a baby right now. And Lily and I met, and she saw my work and was really intrigued and asked me to describe what it is that I felt was missing from the market. And I described it to her, and she said, "Do you think this is something that your friends would want as well?" And I said, "Well, I have to assume that they would. If I feel like it's missing from the market, it's my job to be a bellwether." And in that first meeting, she said, "Let's partner and let's do something." Life partnership, marriage, and whatnot, and business partnership are not all that different, honestly. And Lily and I, we did enter the partnership very loosely and very spontaneously, but I think that we both share a similar superpower in picking people. And I feel like it's one of my strengths is understanding who can complement me and who I pair well with, and who is additive and who is not additive. And what I can say about choosing the right partner is find someone with an opposite skill set. You might be tempted to say, "Ooh, you're just like me. We do the same things. We'll be a force together." But I think that is a recipe for disaster. The difference in our domains was really critical to having a successful partnership. The great thing about starting over is that you get to take all of these learnings, and I feel like I touched every aspect of what became a big business. And I learned what I loved. I learned what I didn't love. I learned where I was strong. I learned what I didn't enjoy, put it that way. I would say where I'm weak, but maybe it's just that I don't want to do it. I was afforded the opportunity to take all those learnings and have a do-over. And so I decided what I want now in my do-over. I want to stay a maker. I don't want to spend my days managing. I don't want to be an executive ever again, although I loved every inch of the experience. It taught me so much. I really have to gear up. I gear up by setting the light just right, getting the music right. I light candles, and I try and get myself into a space where I can access what I need to access. Having a block of time away from anyone who needs you or any of your responsibilities, where you have to be to pick up so-and-so at, whatever time, not needing to know the time of day is incredibly good for all of us. It doesn't matter what you are doing. If you can step away from time, then you access a bit of a creative portal. And so for me, the greatest gift of the residency was removing myself from everything that I was responsible for, being with other artists who are in the same boat, where you are making art under the same roof and can be inspired by everyone else's methods. And that being your entire focus from the time you wake up until the time you go to sleep. It's really powerful. I don't know that I love to decorate. I love to construct my environments. I think they're two different things. I am not very fluffy in my decorating. It's not superfluous. It's very real. I think very heavily about the importance of every object that surrounds me. Nothing is turnkey. I take my time in allowing my spaces to take shape. And my environment has always been incredibly important to me. That's why I entered this field. It's why I feel committed to stay in this field. There's nothing more important than our home. That's where the heart is. And that is where we find our power. And that's where we are represented. It's where our stories are told. And so that's how I approach decorating. I recognize that what I have to give lives in that container of artwork. It's artwork. And my art forms currently are paintings and pattern by way of fabrics and wallpaper. So everything that fits inside that box is fair game. And that's a lifetime of excitement, opportunity, expression, and satisfaction for me.